You know. What's up, Butter Buds? We're here for another delicious meal with me, the Stoner Wifey. It's the Bong Rips and Butter Show. You know the drill, but before we get to it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Shall we? On today's menu, I'm excited. We are going to be making some lamb sirloins. Are you a big fan of lamb? Yeah? Nay? I love it. I'll tell you a little story. So me and my family, we used to go to this fancy restaurant when I was a little girl, and I would always get the lamb chops. I love lamb. Any type of lamb, send it over. I've got some beautiful lamb sirloins that I got from our local butcher close by, McMaster's Muskoka Fine Foods. Shout out to Mel and the team there. I love you guys. Along the lamb sirloins, we're gonna have some garlic parmesan roasted potato wedges. I've got some cinnamon maple butter carrots and some French green beans. Doesn't that sound lovely? So I'm gonna be starting with my vegetables and potatoes today. We're gonna start with the potatoes, cutting them into a wedge-like potato. Cutting down the middle, cutting down the middle. And that is about 4 to 5 potatoes, depending on how many you're feeding. Just arranging them in my baking sheet here. I'm preparing my potato wedges. I have my oven preheated to 450. We're gonna get these in the oven for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna be flipping them and adding our ingredients. Next up, carrots. Just makes me wanna. We're gonna wash, peel these, and we're gonna cut them lengthwise just once through the center. Just going to peel our carrots. Right around. Don't get your fingers. So now I'm just gonna take my carrots that I've washed and peeled, and I'm just gonna cut them right down the middle as best as I can. Watch your fingers. That's what you want. Now that I've prepared my carrots, I've got my baking dish, deep baking dish. We are going to make a little topping for what the carrots are going to be mixed with. So in my small bowl here, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of butter. This is room temperature as well. I've got a teaspoon of cinnamon. I've got a 1/3 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of maple syrup, a tablespoon of OJ. Oh, it looks good. It smells delicious. And lastly, I'm just gonna add my boiling water. This is a 1/4 cup. You're just gonna mix it around. Going to turn into a nice smooth mixture, and this is almost going to caramelize your carrots. So for my potatoes, I've sliced them up. I'm going to make a little mixture, throw them in, put them in the oven for 20 minutes. This is just olive oil. I didn't really measure it because I just am going to wing this part. This is the best part about it. It's potatoes, you can't really go wrong, and I put whatever I like in them. So I'm going with garlic, olive oil, and sea salt. And then I'm going to be adding some Parmesan. I would say this is about 1/2 cup of olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic, and probably a teaspoon of sea salt. Put a little mix around. So I just flipped my potatoes over. We're gonna put them back in for an additional 10 minutes. In the meantime, you can get a small bowl and get your parm ready. You could use powdered parm or grated fresh parm. So I've just mixed it up. You take a look here. It doesn't look very appetizing, but trust me, it's gonna be delicious. It smells so good. That cinnamon is really coming right through with the maple syrup. I'm gonna take my carrots and arrange them in a baking dish. You've got this mixture and the butter that's gonna keep it nice. So just arranging with your tops up. I'm just gonna grate some fresh Parmesan cheese into a small bowl here. My potato wedges are just about ready from the oven. Oh, Penny's favorite. Do your dogs love cheese? You betcha this one does. Don't get your fingers. The worst. Who's done that? Don't lie, Butterbuds. I know you have. It's always fun until you run your finger through a grater. Okay, that's about a cup, half a cup of parm. Use as much as you'd like. I love cheese, so I'm gonna go all out. Just into my bowl here. Cheese. So my potato wedges are ready to go. Take these out. Oh, they look good. Take a look at those. Wow, they smell delicious. Use some tongs or your hands if you can work fast. It is gonna be really hot, so if you wanna wait like 5 minutes, that's okay too. I'm just gonna go with it, and we're gonna do it. Just a little hot, just a little hot. These are like the perfect though, potato. They're quite nice. I'm just gonna take a quick spoon and mix these around the best I can. You're gonna dump them back on your baking sheet. Don't forget that cheese. All right, they're ready to go. We're gonna put them back in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes just to get that Parmesan melted. But those are looking really good. I'm excited for those. While the potatoes are in the oven and the carrots, I'm gonna prepare my green beans very quickly. These are nice French green beans. Give them a little wash. So I've got my green beans here, just an easy, simple mixture, olive oil, salt and pepper, and some garlic. Lots of garlic in today's meal. And I must say, those potatoes in the oven right now, Penny's in the kitchen too. I think she smells it too. Wow. Ooh, it's getting smoky in here, and it's not the Stoner Wifey. Oh my gosh, Butterbuds, wow, that smells delicious. So now for the carrots, I got my mixture here. I'm literally just going to drizzle it all over. Make sure you've got your ovens at 350. Oh my God, it smells so good. That maple syrup, cinnamon, butter. Tossing these in. French beans ready to go as well. I'm gonna throw these in. I'm gonna put those in for 30 minutes. Take a look at these lamb sirloins. These are from McMaster's, Muskoka, fine foods. Check them out. I'm gonna be starting with olive oil, salt and pepper for a light marinade, and then we're gonna be adding our second base marinade. So, all around your sirloin. Just the olive oil. These are really, really nice. They're quite big, which is nice. Me and my love will probably eat one of these. But that is looking good. Hold on. Starting with our salt. Flip those sides over. Don't forget the backs. Next, just adding our pepper. Flip that side over. That should be more than enough. So for this part, it all depends on how big your sirloins are. I kind of just wing it because it's only Dijon mustard and some herbs. It's not very difficult, but really just eye it the best you can. I like to lather my sirloins, so I'm really gonna use a lot. You're probably gonna think it's a lot, but trust me, it's gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna throw some blobs over top here. My nice brush, and we're just gonna cover it all, and we're gonna flip these babies over and do the same thing. Wow. Really cover it all. You'll see what happens when it's ready and cooked, because it's gonna look amazing. The Dijon goes really nice with the lamb, gives it a nice taste. Okay, flipping these over now. Making sure you cover the entire sirloin. You really wanna cover it all. And if you need more, grab more. This I would say would be about a cup to a cup and a half of Dijon mustard I'm using here today. And as for the herbs, I'm just gonna use probably a little bunch. A handful is more than enough. Flip them over again. See how it actually stays on really nicely. Okay, these are looking great. You've got your baking sheet. I'm not gonna be leaving them in here. So in the meantime, after you've done this step, you can grab a baking sheet, whatever you're going to be using to bake this with. You wanna have it elevated on a grill if you do have it, and they're gonna be going into the oven. So these are fresh thyme. I'm just gonna, whoop, literally just throw it on top. This is actually smelling really nice too. Just breaking it all up. I like to decorate it, so I go pretty obsessive, but don't worry. You do it how you want to do it, Butterbuds. That's what it's all about. If you haven't got fresh thyme and rosemary, you can use dry. It still works out, I've done it before, but obviously for today, I'd like to go with the fresh. But both work well. Try to add the same amounts too. That's why I took a bunch of each, and I'm just kind of working with it. Oh, this is looking great. This is a super easy recipe. It really doesn't take much time. Simple ingredients. It's more what you're serving with the lamb. You gotta prepare. But this is just lather it up with some Dijon, throw some thyme and rosemary on top, and you're good to go. So I just took those out of the oven. Those are looking great. See the garlic still on them, they look great. That was 30 minutes in the oven. Some nice French beans. Our carrots are ready. Oh, look at that. They look really caramelized there. Those look good. They're still sizzling, you can hear it. Smells so good. My oven is at 400 degrees right now. I'm gonna get my sirloins onto my grill rack and get them in the oven. These look great. Take a look at those. Wow. These are gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes, probably 30 minutes because they're so big. At 400 degrees. Grab a meat thermometer as well. If you're intimidated, don't know your temperatures, we're gonna be looking for a 140 to 150 internal temperature. These are ready to go. Getting these in the oven. Right in the middle. I've taken these lamb sirloins out of the oven. I've checked it. They're ready to go. They look delicious. I'm gonna serve them up right now. Have we had a look? Doesn't this look delicious? Does it make you want to subscribe and hit that like button? Because you should. Before I eat this though, gotta get baked before I eat some dinner. Bam! And that's how a lamb sirloin is done, Butterbuds, by the Stoner Wifey. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. See you later.